So guys, we have discussed in the previous session the full flow of a problem. So how the problem needs to be created and all the things. So basically, guys, in your real instance also try to create with users, not an hard-coded users. Try to create with your normal users which created by you with the sufficient roles so that the feasibility will comes place. So now we discussed about the change. So there is a slight difference between the incident problem change. So as per I mean, as per the definitions, you can say problem is nothing but if anything is not n number of repetitive incidents is called problem. What is meant by incident? Incident is nothing but if all of a sudden something is not working, so then these both will uh, create usually. So now coming to the change, we have different types of changes, right? If you want to change something in our organization, we'll raise a change request. That means we have a number of changes to decide. So coming to the point, coming to the incident or coming to the problem, so usually what happens, guys? So we can directly go to the application navigator and you can type incident or problem. So now here change, if you can type change also, it was not coming direct to the page. It was not redirecting to the page. It was opening a pop-up. So likewise, I'm sharing my screen. So in ATF also, it will, we need to do something slight differences, guys. There is not much. We need to use some custom UI steps. So this is most important things. So custom UI is the most important thing, guys. If you have stuck somewhere, you can use custom UIs. When, where I can show you. First of all, I'm taking it and manually. If I can type change here in application navigator. So I'm taking new also. Even though I'm taking new, it will ask which change we need to take. That means whether it was a normal or whether it was an emergency or standard. So although we have only two UIs are available to give our change, basically we can take this both change directly. So these are not even though I am clicking on the create new, we are not redirecting directly to the form like problem or like incident. So it was opening a page earlier before than opening a form. So now what we need to do? So here we can click on normal change. That is, then only it will open, guys. Right? So until and unless one form is not visible and one form is not getting open, how you can do the things, how you can fill the details and all the things. So now we need to open this form by using our change. I'm opening this again. I'm clicking on the create new. So after clicking on the create new, it will open a page. Then we'll click on this thing UI. This is a custom UI. Then we can click on the custom UI. Automatically it will open the page. So we'll go back to the ATF and create a new ATF for this. Type ATF, close braces, and take your test. So now take new, take name as change demo. What is the date today? 20 December 2024. Okay. So I have taken this thing, guys. So now I have add test step, then open a form, open a new form. I'm taking the open a new form, or you can, or else you can directly go through the application navigator. Yeah, this thing also, guys, navigate to the module also, right? We can go in either ways. So I'm taking an open a new form. Even though we are clicking on a new form, it won't click, guys. So that's what I wanna show you by taking this. So I'm giving change. So guys, giving a tables is most important things, guys. Right? We have multiple tables. If you have missed something else, right, you are not able to even find it out where your things are, why your things are not working. Why? Because your page is getting not open. How you can go ahead, right? So I can type change approval, change policy approval, change request, change model attribute, change face, change request, change task. What is the table name of change? We can check there and we'll come back. Change request is the table name of change, guys, not a change, right? So that is the reason. Copying this. Oh, take your table. So guys, if you are facing something late in your, I can say, fetching the details, fetching the table names might take some time, guys. So why? Because you have customized tables are also available in your real instances. So this is an PDI. That's the reason it was fetching very fast. So coming to your point, sometimes if you can click on the drop down also, it might take few seconds, up to 30 or 40 seconds to open the only table list. I mean, whatever the table you need to select to open that also, it might take at least 30 to 40 seconds, guys. Why? Because there are multiple customized tables are also available in your instance. That is the reason, right? I'm taking the table as a change request and I'm clicking on the submit. Now I can run where it was landing, and we'll see. So guys, if we can say it was opening directly, that's an odd. So I can make it false. Which change is opening here? Directly standard, huh? Okay, I'll make this as a false. I will need to show you custom US step, guys. That is the reason I can make this as a false. I'm taking a step, navigate to the module. You can take the module as change, table as change. We will see what is the change table. Okay. Okay, I have typed as a change. I'm clicking on create new. I'm submitting this. So now we will run where it was going. Okay. So guys, you have landed to this page, right? Whatever we are looking for. Now we want, we don't have an access to open, we don't have anything to click on links directly. So now what you need to do, guys, you need to take your custom UI step here, then click component, take click component. Why click component? Why set components? All you need to know. So even though it was an UI means user interface. That means what the if it is a direct field or if it is a direct UI action or anything on a form level, you can take your steps. Now it was an UI, like what we can call it as, guys. Usually, what we can call it, the boxes, we can call it as widgets. So these are the widgets. I can say in technical terminology, we can call it as the boxes is called it as nothing but widgets. What is meant by widget? Widget is nothing but a box or a path which can store all the data. By clicking on that widget, it can store all the data there in the backend. So usually we can call it as an widget. The box is what we can see on our pages. So likewise, if you click on the widgets, if you click on the UIs, this is a UI, right? Basically, it was an UI. So in technical terminology, we can call it as a widget. The boxes is nothing but, right? So if you want to click like these things, we don't have any steps are available in our ATF. So now we have to retrieve the components, guys. We need to retrieve the components. Then only we will able to uh, fetch the details. So if you have stuck somewhere in your organization also in future, so what you need to do is, so this is an interview question, guys. Make sure, I can say 90% interviews won't be done without asking this custom UI step, right? How can you say, how can you do your custom UIs from your ATFs? They might ask like this. So, so for example, I have an custom UIs are available in my page. How you can achieve from the ATF? They might ask like this. Anything. The meaning is we need to retrieve the data. You need to say the answer is we need to retrieve the data. Then only retrieving means what? Whatever the backend data is available. So the pulling of the data from backend system. That means the backend thing what we have available on our window. So for the retrieving, we can use click component. Click component is nothing but, for example, this is my mouse, guys, right? I am roaming my mouse on my page. So I will retrieve this page. That means all page commands are available on my hand, right? So if I can say click component, that means I'm giving a command like to click somewhere. Understood? So if I give a command to click on a open create studio, it will click on open create studio. It will visible as button open a create studio, like that. So whatever the command we can provide, either it was a text, either it was a related links, either it was a UI action also, we can click from the components. So anything is possible, guys. Anything, wherever we want to click. If we can say, if we can use click component, just it will click there. That's it. So I'm I'm taking the click component and I'm clicking on next. So now, whenever I am asking, it was coming as retrieve components. So for usually any other steps, it won't come like this, right? So that means the UIs need to be retrieved. The data should retrieved, then only it will click. So for example, I want to click here in the Open Creator Studio. So how our ATF will know how I can give a command? So it needs to read all the things whatever available on the pages, right? So our custom UI step also will read all the things whatever available on this particular window only. Don't confuse, guys. Only the particular window, it will read all the things and all the commands it have on the particular window, it will store. So for that, what we need to do, we can simply we need to simply click on retrieve components. So once we have clicked on our retrieve components, we already discussed you need to be there in your client test runner, then only it will work it out. Otherwise, whenever you want to retrieve the components also, right? That means your test is running. So once I clicked on the retrieve component, and why I need to come to the cloud test runner. So whatever the last window is available on the cloud test runner, right, we can click on there. For example, I have hundreds of steps are available on my windows, previous windows, right? That means, so I'm opening a incident, then I'm filling the details, I'm opening an existing record, all the things also. So from sorry, example, I'll take a problem. From problem, I'm going to the incident, guys. From problem also, I'm taking incidents. So then what happens usually? Usually, or what happens is the page is getting changed. So I have retrieved the components whenever the change, whenever the step is on the incident. That means, for example, we have 15 steps. I'm not confusing you guys. From the 1 to 10 steps, we have a problem table. On the name of problem table only, the 10 steps are getting running, right? So from 10 to 15 steps, it was running as incident. Why? Because from the problem itself, I am opening incident page. At that time, we have a requirement to click on some custom UIs. Then we have retrieved our components. So what happens, guys? Whatever the last window is available, what then only ATF will execute. That means, going back to the example, only the incident page, on the incident page only custom UI will works. Otherwise, it won't works. That means whatever the window is available on a cloud test runner, the last window, only for that last window only you can click. So that means we have only one step here. So that has written the all the things. So here we have a component is available. What we need to do now, we need to expand this. So where we need to click, guys? Now we have normal ITIL mode 1 normal change. So that means you can drag from here. So what is that? Actually, it was a button with, you can search from here also. IT, what it is available? Normal. I can type normal. Normal also not available. Huh? Pre-approved pin, all the matters. Heading, text. Why it was not coming? We'll take this and I'll come back to you. Although it was not working. Okay, in models, we are checking in pin. What it was there. Pinned models, pre-approved, all, and all also we can take. Okay, we need to click on models first. Under the models, it was available. Okay, so guys, actually, what happens here is, I can tell you. So even though the page has opened, it doesn't read the properties which are there in the models, which are there in all. So that is the reason we are unable to fetch the details earlier. So if you can see now, it has retrieved the components also. Now you can see under the pinned models also what are all the available. If you can see now, guys, earlier emergency ITL mode 1 emergency state, these are not available, right? Normal ITL mode, these are all not available. Why? Because we haven't just now. Earlier what happens is it has opened like this. We have 4 modules are available on the same page. So it was unable to read these things where I need to click. So if I can give the command in models, then only it will open the models page. I have retrieved the components from the models also. Then we are able to see these all things what are available on our thing. Oh, okay, it was already retrieved. Why again? Yeah. So guys, if you can see, I'm taking this ITIL. What it is, ITL mode 1 normal change. The text I am searching for the text, and ITL mode 1 normal change, right? So I have updated this. So guys, if you can see now, if I can run in the third step itself, we can see, we can able to see click component, that is ITL mode 1 normal change, right? So I am running the test now. You can go here. If you can go here, then the step has clicked on models, right? Why it was not running? Okay, refresh this page. So something instance is not working properly. I can refresh this as well. So I'll close and I'll come back, guys. Then it will work. Mhm. So this is the most important thing, guys. If you have created any test, right? So to search your test from here, go to test and search your with the test name. Change. Even though you have created your test, how to get to know which test I have created? From the name itself, you can 20 December change demo. Okay, I have given them spelling mistake. Change n is not available. That is the reason it couldn't able to read earlier. I'll change now. I'll update the test. I'm opening this again. The test is currently running, scheduled soon. See the state of test run here. Where it was running. Okay, we'll try to run the test from here. So see guys, it was running, it was navigating the create new module. Then what happens? It was clicked on the models. Then from the models itself, it has clicked on the, okay. Likewise, we have clicked on the component like so guys, the most important thing in custom UI is clicking the components, guys. So if you can click on your components, then only it will able to do your things. So otherwise, it doesn't know even what you are seeing, what you are looking for, right? So if you can see whatever the components are retrieved, then only it will read out the properties and all the things, right? So if I need to, if I supposed to use emergency, right? If I supposed to open a normal, I can click on the button. It was a button, right? It was not a, if I can click on the text, it was not reading. If I can click on the button normal, then it will open. If I can click on the emergency, it will open the emergency page, right? So if I suppose I want to open a normal change, then I'm changing the button as normal, and then I'm updating this. So you can run it now. It will click on the button. For example, from the custom UI, I can change it to emergency. It will open the emergency request. Likewise, it will work, guys. Right. So see now the normal page has been opened. Right. If I can change our custom UI to in our component, if I can change our custom UI name as emergency, it will open the emergency page. That's it. So the main thing is, whatever the buttons are there, you need to click on the buttons. I have selected the emergency now. I'm updating this now. I'm going back to the page. So I'm reloading this once. Yes, if you can see here, the page area is emergency. If you can click on the run test, then now it will open emergency change. Go back to your this client test runner. See guys, if you can see here, model is emergency, type is emergency, right? So likewise, we can do any of the things from our custom UIs, guys, right? So you can use after steps like set field variables and set field values. Then you can click on the submit button. So I'll do this thing from the normal, not from emergency. Why? Because normal has a big uh, I mean flow, right? That is the reason I am using this. If I take emergency, in between 2 or 3 stages will might skip. So guys, I have taken this. Now I will add the step. Okay, sorry, it wasn't reloaded. But still, it was emergency. Yeah, it was changed. So now, if I can open my close this, close this. If I can open my change form, what are the mandatory fields are available on this particular form? So there are no mandatory form fields are available on the change request. So even though it was not mandatory, we will provide some values on description and short description. Then you can submit, open this. So I want to open the list view of change, guys. So what I need to do is simply I can go here, type change underscore request. So use this practice, guys. Why? Because you can remember your table names. That is the reason. Use this practice only. Give your table name dot list. So now short description as test. Now I have created this one, right? And roach and description as test and short description as test. So the similar thing we will give there. We can keep this list here in handy. So I am adding this thing as normal change and I'm filling the form. Now set field values. Next. Okay. It will take some time, guys. Assignment group. Is there any assignment group is mandatory? If I can see here. I'll take cab approval, not a cab approval. Otherwise, if I can take change management, what are the members are available? Change manager is there, huh? Okay. I'll take assignment group as change management and assign it to as. So guys, this is the most important. What you need to look on is whenever you have selected your assignment group as change management, right? Then the change management group has only two members. That means when if you have not selected the group, right? If I am removing the group, if I can search, all user table will open, right? There is no limitations. Whenever you have selected the assignment group, then only few members are available on that particular group. So coming to the ATF also, once you have given your assignment group as change management or something group name, only make sure you need to give only that particular users, then only it will read, otherwise it won't, right? So it won't pass, guys. I mean, it doesn't know where you need to give. Even though assign it to is opening as an user table, it is opening the user table only. It doesn't know only those two users are available on this particular uh, assignment group, but it will validate. The condition will comes place, guys. If it doesn't validate, right, it will fail. For example, if I have taken the change management as an assignment group, so assign to should be a change manager or some other user is there, right? One another user. So only those two users will able to take, otherwise it won't. It although you can give the user, but it won't, it doesn't know, guys, right? I am giving a change manager short description as. So make sure whatever the assignment group you have taken, you need to give the prompt assign to user also, right? Test ATF. So I'm submitting this. Some field, see guys, some fields have dependencies on other fields being set in this step. To keep test stable, break out the following fields into the subsequent set value steps assigned to. That means we have a dependency on our assignment group. So we have selected the assignment group as change management, right? It is not allowing to give assigned to on the same steps. So ATF has some limitation. On that limitation, what is that? It was not a limitation. I can say whenever we have a dependent fields are available, even though you need to set the values, even though you need to set the fields. So first of all, you can take one dependent value there, and guys, please go on mute. So guys, what I'm saying is, whenever you have an assignment group or assign2 is available, so on the assignment group, we have a dependency on assign2. That means you can take assignment group in one step and assign2 is another step. So I'm closing this, I'm deleting this. If I can give this, it will take, guys. So now I will take the same step, but the value is assigned to now. So set field values again. Next, assign it to this time. Assign it to, if you can search. Now you can give your change manager. Take this and submit now. And submitting the form. If I can take new, whether it was available or not. Yeah, submit is available. Okay. I'm submitting the form now. Submit a form. Next, submit. Then open a new, open an existing record. Next. Why? Because I am opening the existing record, guys. Whenever we have we have submitted the record, we need to take a submitted record. We need to pull the record as well. So I'm submitting this. Now we can run. So see, guys, now we have opened our change request, normal change request. Then we have given the values as assignment groups. We have set the values, assignment group and short description. Then in another page, we have given assigned to, right? Now you can see setting a field values. Change management is the assignment group and short description as test ATF. So it has given these two values. On the next step, we have given assign to as change manager. So if you can see now, it was taking a snapshot to the current page, and then it was set at the value again. The step has been executed. Now it is a time for submitting the form. So it will submit the form, and we have opened the same form here. So we have 15 minutes. So I can, okay, I'll able to. So if you can see, guys, request approval is there, follow, and everything is available. So we need to click on the request approval, then it will go to the assess state. So now as an admin only, I have impersonated, right? So I don't have any limitations, guys, right? So if I am not an admin at that time, what you need to do? You need to impersonate as assigned to person as change manager. Then only it will see we can able to see our request approval button. Otherwise, you are not supposed to see your request approval button, right? So we don't have that much of time. That is the reason I'm pulling out. As admin only, I can cover this. Why? Because this is a most important topic, guys. we will go to the approvers and we need to give the approval. Okay. So now, so open your manual on side by side, guys. So we need to click on request approval now. So before that, we need to give assignment group also. Now it was getting mandatory. Earlier it was not a mandatory. So although we have given these both, we don't have any problem. So now we have given and we have clicked on the thing like I can say request approval. Then it was went to an access state, guys. So now I can click on the same access state for test step. Click a UI action. Next, which UI action it was? Request approval. Request. We have two request approvals are there. What we need to take from here, guys? So as we already discussed, these both are related to the change request only. So which UI action need to take for now? So if you can see in the comments, progresses change to the authorized state. So progresses change to the access state. So now we need to go to change our state as access. So now that is the reason I'll take this one, guys. Right. So make sure what button you are taking, what UI action you are taking is most important thing. Right. So now if we can reload this page, you need to impersonate as Bernard lobby. Then only you can able to see, guys, the remaining buttons. Oh, it was not copied. Huh? So I can paste this and I'm impersonating as Bernard. Then what happens? I have impersonated as him. No, I'm refreshing this again. Change is waiting for approval. If you can see, guys, now the approvers has came place, right? So if you can see, you can able to give your approvals as the requested. You can see here in the cab approval, everything you can see. So I'll check whether we can able to do it as our normal admin. So I'll quickly take one duplicate from here. And new. Normal. I'm taking as change management, whatever we have given now. Change management and change manager. Right. Test. Submit. So refresh. And now it was 17. So change management and change. And then We don't have any approvals came here. Then I'm clicking on request approval. If you can see, guys, it was coming as an approval. So now if we go to our ATF also, till here the concept is good. We haven't discussed anything about our list views. Now it's time for list view, guys. This is the most important thing. 50% of your ATF will cover on these things, guys. This is the mandatory question you can get in your every interview. How can you achieve, how can you approve by using ATFs? How do you approve an approval? How can you give an approval from ATF? So now in that, you need to say, you need to ask one question, whether the approval is in our related list or somewhere where it was there. So now it was in our related list. So if you can see, guys, we already discussed what is the approver backend name. We need to check that, guys. Once the backend name is not visible, you are not able to see in which related list you need to play on. So this is the most important thing, guys. I'm saying it this again and again. Applying a filters and going to the thing. The backend name is also approvers, right? You can take it as an approver. So make sure you can see as an approvers. So now how I can achieve this from ATF, guys? I'm adding test step. Then what is there in our list view? So I need to open this record. Then what it will do? It is opening a sys approval table, guys. It was not directly on a change request table. It was opening a sys approval table. Sysapproval underscore approver. This is the table name for this thing. Then you need to set the field values and then you can click on the approve. The same thing we'll do. So for that, we need to figure it out which record. We have multiple records are available on our page. So now how you can figure it out which record you need to fetch on, which record we need to open. So for that, what you need to do is apply filters to a list. So then click on next, go through the recordings again and again, guys. This is the most important thing. I'm saying this again and again. So go through the recordings if you're not able to figure it out. So we are opening a list type is related list only, right? It was a not list. We need to open in a related list itself. It was a not list, right? What is the difference between related list and list? This is called as list. And in the form itself, if we have an under the related list, this is called a related list, right? So we have a list type as related list. On the which related list we need to take on, we have approvers, right? In approvers only we need to give a filters, right? Otherwise we don't have anything. So now the approver is change manager. What are the filter conditions? What filter conditions we can give here? Here we can give the state as requested and approver as change manager, right? These are the unique ones, right? So you can pick it up and you can give whatever the filter conditions you need. Approver is change manager. I'm giving a filter condition as change manager and state is requested. So, and the most powerful one is created on last minute, guys. This is the most important thing, guys. If you have stuck somewhere, so make sure you need to use this thing always in your filter conditions. Created on the last minute or created on the current minute or created on 1 year ago, everything you need to check on, right? So created on the last minute is most important thing. Guys, please go on mute. Okay, so I have created on the last minute. I'm submitting this record. So now I have given the up filters, guys. So now it's time to open our record. Just I know in the related list, what it will do is, if I can say the similar kind, I will do change manager. I'm entering. Now what happens? If I can give the filter condition, only one record is visible, then it will open the same record. So without having any filter condition, ATF doesn't know, guys. So the filter conditions are nothing but like this only, guys. Whatever we have given there, I have given here also, right? If you can see, approver for change name, approver name starts with change manager and state is requested. These are the filter conditions I have given, right? If you can see here, the same thing, approver is change manager and state is requested, created on the last minute. This was an add-on thing. If you wanna give, you can give here, otherwise it won't, guys. So why I have given the created on the last minute, right? Somewhere you can find the feasibility, like there are multiple records with the same name. Yeah, previous record has created a long back, and now you are trying to create your record right now. So that is the reason I have taken the created on last minute. So if you wanna remove, that also work. So now I have given the apply filter conditions. I have given the filter conditions. Now I need to open this record, right? Then only it will work. So for that, what I need to do, I need to open this particular record. It will open like this in a sys approval table, like a form, right? So it's time for clicking on the record. That means open a record in a list. We need to open a record, right? So take this step, open a record in a list. So now which record we need to open, in which related list we need to open. So make sure the related list name, whatever the related list you are seeing, you need to take this same related list, guys. Otherwise it won't work. So we need to open the record right on the same related list. Which record we need to open? Whatever we have applied the filters, whatever the filters we have applied, you can take it from your data bill and click on this step. Whatever the apply filters are applied on your data, so you can take it that and just click on the same step and just simply give submit. So now it will open a record, guys. You can quickly run the test. If you can see, it will open a sys underscore table, sys approval table. So there, what you need to do, you need to change your table names, guys. Whenever you are setting a field values, right, then you need to change your table names. The most important thing for today is how to open a record from the list view or from the related list. Till here we are good. I'll tell in tomorrow session how to click and how to change the table names and how you can play around on the other tables. So make sure, guys, make a lot of practice on the same steps, applying a filters and open a record in a filters, sorry, open a record in a list view or related list by giving a filter conditions. If you can see, approvers are not available until and unless we haven't gone to SS state, right? So it hasn't gone till now. So in tomorrow session, what we need to do is, guys, so I'll go to approval table and I'll approve those things. And in authorize also, we will get more approvals, right? So then also I can explain how the same in the approvers only, there are a lot of approvers will come on the time. So at that time, we'll simply give more conditions, and we'll open the same approver what we need to approve, right? So now we need to click on the request approval, then only it will move to SS state. Why it was not coming? Okay, it was went. So now the approvers has came. So I have given the filter conditions now. So see guys, see here only, whatever the filter conditions, supply filters we have given, right? Everything should be written here. That means whatever the conditions you are giving, that should be takes place, so that how the record can be fetched from the table, how the record can be fetched from the related list, right? So if you can see, the step is executing as applying filters right now. So see, here we can see approver as a change manager and state as an requested and created on the last minutes. So the filter conditions, what are we giving? It was giving the filter conditions here itself. Then only one record is available. Then it will click on the same record. It will open on the same record, guys. So this is how most important is how the filter conditions will work on, guys. So this is a best practice what you can follow to open a record in a list. So 99%, 90% members in your organization won't use this. Why? Because they don't know, guys. They don't know the pattern how to follow. So if you can see, it will go to the approval table. So now we can change the request and we can give. So guys, what we are discussing, applying filter conditions and open a record from the filter conditions. 90% members won't know. 90% members, they don't follow this practice. They will struck here how to open a record. They will use more steps like record inserts, record open, or record updates directly, rather than they don't know this step, right? So whatever the pattern, whatever the manual flow you are following, you need to work out on this. So that is the reason I am saying this thing only. Otherwise, we can directly update our record by using record update property, record step also, record update step also. But I don't want to use that things. I don't want to. I will minimize server side steps as can as I. So why? Because as an user, you are following one particular page, right? You are following a particular windows, how your manual flow is going on. The same thing I want to replicate on ATF. This is the main intention, how we can do this, right? So make sure, do your practice on the same thing. Use this till open an existing code. This is your exercise, guys. What you need to do is, you can follow your things by your own. You can give after related list, you can add any related list, or you can apply your filters to the related list and open the same record on the related list or list also. For the list, what we need to do, we can change here in our apply filters also. We can change our related list to list. So guys, I'll give an exercise. What is that exercise is, I don't want to open my new record from application navigator. So I want to open an existing record by using filter conditions on the list. So here, what you need to do at the time is, take your table and the list type is should be a list on this particular. If you want to open a record from the list is right, you need to use the list type should be a list, guys. Otherwise it won't work. So the list type should be list, and the table name is whatever you are seeing, that is correct. And the here, if you can give a related list as list, then what it happens, it won't ask for another things, guys, right? It was hided which related list is it want to take. Why? Because it was not an related list, we are taking it as an list. That is the reason. So my exercise, what I need to do is, you need to do your exercise like, open your records from particular related list. So then, sorry, from the list even though it was a change, even though it was a problem, even though it was an incident, just navigate to the module. Then you can give, once the list view is visible, then you can give filter conditions, then open from the list itself. Right, this is your exercise. You need to do this on by Monday. Tomorrow there is no class, guys. Right. So I'll stop recording. So